Welcome to MindBank Audios, where every listen makes your mind richer. In the journey toward discovering your unique essence, Noureddine Idibouzf presents a map of practical ideas and profound insights in his book, The Rare Peace, to guide you on how to free yourself from self-imposed rust and unleash your dormant potential. Through 20 engaging chapters, you will learn how to hone your personality, become a source of true charisma in your environment, and build your life with an authenticity and boldness you've never known before. Prepare to dive into an unparalleled experience where every challenge is transformed into a gemstone adorning the crown of your success. Chapter 1. Exploring your unique essence. At the beginning of your journey toward becoming a rare piece, the pivotal question emerges. Who are you, truly, away from the masks and expectations? In this chapter, the author delves into the depth of the concept of authenticity and provides you with a practical map to discover the layers of your true personality. It starts with the self-silence exercise. Dedicate quiet moments each morning and sit with yourself without any devices or books. Ask your heart, what are the qualities I feel most proud of? Then write down the first 5 words you choose to express yourself without pretense or flattery. Next, you move to real-life situation simulation. Choose 3 situations from your life, a moment of joy, a moment of challenge, and a moment when society pressured you. Describe yourself in these situations accurately. How did you react to the stimulus? What emotions did you witness? What were you thinking at that moment? This detailed description will reveal the reaction patterns that characterize you and place you in an honest confrontation with the core of your personality. The chapter then guides you to the mirror exercise. Stand in front of a mirror and look into your eyes for 5 continuous minutes, then ask yourself, what makes me unique right now? Repeat this moment daily for the first week to become aware of the details in your features and movements that you had not paid attention to before. The author concludes the chapter by emphasizing that self-knowledge is not an intellectual luxury, but a solid foundation upon which you build all your behaviors and choices. Without this deep discovery, your true peace remains buried under layers of social expectations and fear of rejection. Chapter 2. Defining the values that shape your rarity. After recognizing your unique essence, this chapter shifts attention to the core values that shape your behavior standards and define your life's path. At the heart of every true success is a value that does not change, regardless of circumstances. The author opens the chapter with a practical definition. A value is what you are ready to sacrifice for. Ask yourself, what is the thing that, if taken away from me, I would no longer feel life as I knew it? Write down the first answer that comes to mind, and you will find it a strong indicator of your core value. Next, the value ranking exercise. Write 10 principles you deem important, such as honesty, courage, creativity, freedom, and empathy. Then categorize them from most to least important. You will obtain a reference list to guide your daily decisions. When you face a difficult choice, refer to the top of your list to decide according to your true values. The chapter also introduces the practical affirmation practice. Every morning, select a top value and repeat a sentence that evokes it throughout the day, such as, "Today, I choose courage in every stance I take." Then, evaluate in the evening how you embodied this value in your actions and record at least one note about its impact on your interactions. The chapter concludes with an inspiring reminder. When you live within the framework of your core values, you become rare due to your steadfastness to your principles, attracting those around you who harmonize with the unique melody of your life. Chapter 4. Cultivating creative thinking.
Creativity is not just a gift an individual is born with, but a skill that can be honed through regular imagination exercises. In this chapter, we learn ways to activate your imagination and bring forth new ideas that lead to innovative solutions across various fields. It starts with allocating a daily moment of at least 15 minutes where you sit away from phone and computer noises, drawing the curtains on the world's noise to come up with one idea that is unlike any you read or heard. Then it introduces the organized brainstorming technique. Choose a topic where you need an idea. Place a paper in front of you and write down the first 5 suggestions that come to mind, no matter how strange they seem. After a break, return to evaluate them and select those that can be developed. The author highlights the importance of diversifying sources. Reading a book in another field, watching a documentary video, or discussing with different specialists. This intermingling of ideas multiplies the threads of creativity. The chapter concludes with advice. Document your best idea in a dedicated creativity notebook, and review the notebook monthly to capture the treasures of inspiration that may turn into great achievements in the future.
Chapter 5. Impactful Communication. Influencing others depends on the strength of your communication skills, from word choice to the implications of your voice and body. This chapter explains how to improve your verbal performance to become a drop in the ocean of the listener's attention, only realized when its echo is heard. It starts with the golden rule: clarity first. Stop linguistic embellishment and focus on the core message. Try to summarize every idea into one sentence and start your conversation with it, making it the gateway through which the listener enters the heart of the matter. Then it moves to reading the scene. Observe the level of others' engagement by their changing glances or their involvement with questions. Use the guiding technique to draw their attention back, such as slightly raising your hand when presenting a crucial point, or summarizing your thoughts with 3 impactful words. The chapter concludes with a daily exercise. Choose 5 people and practice transparency of expression with them. Speak clearly and honestly about a goal or problem, and ask for their feedback on how easily they understood you. This practice gives you a reflective camera to hone your verbal interventions. Chapter 6. Building Genuine Relationships. The value of your life is not confined to the possessions you own, but to the depth of your relationships that can bring joy and meaning. This chapter declares that strong relationships are built on sharing and genuine interest, not on temporary benefits or superficial connections. The author proposes the reciprocal action rule. For every initiative you take toward a friend or colleague, such as inquiring about their well-being or offering a small help, record their response or note its effect on their mood. This data is recorded in a relationship notebook to know its depth and strength. Then, it presents the affection exercise. Step out of the social monotony with a simple connection that knocks on the door through a text or voice message, reminding the person of a special moment you shared. This recharges the relationship with a dose of shared memories. The chapter ends with a fundamental principle. Strong relationships are not exclusive to powerful individuals. They are created by those who realize that sincere interest is the investment whose profit is never lost. Chapter 7. Preserving Psychological Energy. Life goes through moments where you need to preserve your energy and protect it from nerve exhaustion. In this chapter, we guide you on how to identify sources of stress and daily practices to restore inner calm. The author begins with 3 main manifestations of stress: procrastination, listening to distressing news without breaks, and immersion in screens without interruptions. Then, he introduces the 4-count breath technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds,
Exhale for 4 seconds and hold for 4 seconds. Repeat for 3 minutes daily, and you will feel a decrease in heart rate and immediate soothing of emotional waves. The chapter moves to stopping rituals. Set a time interval, 3 or 5 minutes, during which you move away from any source of tension, such as walking around the office or a few simple stretching movements. View this moment as an emergency stop to calmly reboot the mind. The chapter concludes with an invitation to implement the weekly maintenance plan. Through a weekly schedule for designated rest times, a short list of activities that renew your spirit, reading, music, sports, and a daily record of your energy level from 1 to 10 to evaluate the effectiveness of the practices. Chapter 8. Turning failure into fuel for personal ascent. Everyone shares moments where we feel the weight of failure and frustration, but the rare peace is characterized not by the absence of defeat, but by immediately investing it as fuel that propels us higher. In this chapter, we learn how to turn setbacks into internal victories through 4 practical steps. We start with embracing failure wholeheartedly. Instead of feeling guilt or anxiety, say in your heart, "This is a real lesson, I need to be better." Then we move to analyzing the event. Sit with a notebook and write down what happened, why it ended this way, and what you can change next time. Don't forget to extract 3 points that are immediately actionable next time. The third step relies on rephrasing the internal dialogue from "I failed the presentation" to "I learned how to prepare a more engaging presentation." This shifts the energy of evaluation from resentment to motivation. Finally, the new commitment exercise. Set a small plan for the next step, such as preparing twice instead of once, or surveying colleagues' opinions before the presentation, and execute it immediately. The chapter concludes with a powerful sentence. Failure is not a stigma on your record, but the cornerstone upon which you build your rare success story.
Chapter 9. Building your support network. Turning others into true allies. Because no one walks the path to success alone, this chapter addresses the importance of creating a strong network of supporters that contributes to achieving your goals and pushes you when tiredness holds you back. Here are the keys to building this network. Honest needs identification. Start by identifying the areas where you need genuine support: professional, moral, technical, or emotional. List them and then prioritize them. This clearly shows you who the people are who can offer you real value. Gradual approach. Don't expect every relationship to quickly turn into mutual support. Use the give first rule. Offer simple help or valuable resources without expectation. Then observe the pragmatic translation in their willingness to stand by you when needed. Keeping communication alive. Compile a small database, business cards or digital files with the most important names, along with a note about each one's area of expertise. Ensure reminder messages every 3 months, a phrase like, "I thought of you today and wondered how you were doing." This shows your genuine concern, and they remain ready to engage. Through this quiet, systematic construction, your support network opens up opportunities for you, and you find allies in your environment who share your vigilance, perseverance, and joy upon reaching goals. Chapter 10. Sustainability through initiative and continuous development. To make your rare peace a reality that time does not diminish, you need continuous development and constant initiative to elevate yourself and your environment. Here the author presents a set of mechanisms to ensure sustainability. Periodic goal review. Dedicate a session every 3 months to evaluate your achievements compared to your plans. Implement necessary adjustments to keep your goals aligned with your ongoing development. Self-learning initiative. Don't wait for training opportunities. Design them yourself. Enroll in a digital course, read a new book related to your values, or join a knowledge group to inject renewed energy into your knowledge capital. Sharing your personal narrative. Writing a blog or recording a short voice clip about your experience and mechanisms of success makes it easier for you to reinforce your credibility and build a lasting reputation. You immediately attract those around you seeking the rare secret. Chapter 11. Effective Management of Mental Resources. When you set out to achieve rare goals in an environment clouded by distractions, controlling your mental resources becomes the foundation of your success. This chapter illustrates how to divide your focus between the important and the urgent, and how to protect your capacity for deep thinking from digital distraction and psychological pressures. The practical map starts with the designated segments rule. Allocate specific time windows for soaring in your thoughts, such as an hour in the morning before opening your email, with all notifications turned off. Then, use the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of continuous focus, followed by 5 minutes of rest, twice a day, to enhance your ability to maintain attention. To increase self-control, the Mental Performance Evaluation Sheet is introduced. Record your focus strength from 1 to 5 after each session to discover patterns of decrease and increase and adjust your environment or timing accordingly. For example, you might find that focus dips in the afternoon, prompting a brief meditation session instead of staring at a screen. In conclusion, the chapter emphasizes that mental resources are not limitless. Rather, you multiply them if you invest them wisely, thus becoming rare in your ability for deep accomplishment. Chapter 13. Developing a Growth Mindset and Embracing Opportunities. Your rare piece is grounded in a growth mindset that sees every challenge as an opportunity for learning and development. In this chapter, we discover how to shift from a fixed mindset that fears failure to a mindset that grows with difficulties and celebrates them. The author begins by inviting you to review your attitudes towards mistakes. Instead of hiding them, record them in a log that documents the lesson learned and every corrective step. Then, address each mistake with a small practice, such as reattempting with an alternative solution, to gain a sense of control over the learning path. Next, it presents the mirror partner technique. A trusted friend reviews your performance or idea and poses constructive challenges, testing your reaction and ability to adjust direction without undermining your confidence. This dialogue strengthens your mental resilience and enhances your awareness of weaknesses and strengths. Finally, the chapter addresses techniques for seeking opportunities in every situation, sending questions to experts, reading a case study addressing the same challenge, or joining a specialized group. This expands your vision and allows you to draw from diverse sources. The lines conclude with a powerful motivation. When you embrace the growth mindset, the world becomes a training room hosting you with inexhaustible creativity. Chapter 14. Formulating your personal vision and public message. The rarity of your piece is complete when you possess a clear vision and a resonant message that inspires those around you. This chapter outlines the steps for formulating a personal vision statement that combines your ambitions, values, and strengths. The process starts with the single-sentence writing. Put before you what you feel most passionate about. For example, I believe in the power of continuous learning to change the destinies of societies. And try to formulate it into one concentrated sentence. This statement becomes a guiding compass for every decision you make. Then you move to creating supporting points. Identify 3 axes, such as training initiatives, the content you will deliver, and the relationships you want to build. Under each axis, write how it will serve your overall vision and what its success indicator is. Finally, do not neglect to publicize the vision through appropriate platforms, a personal website, a professional social media account, or a monthly meeting. Use a simple slogan
or an expressive image to reinforce your message. Your rare piece is then ready to shine in a society searching for inspiration and meaning. Chapter 14. Spreading Daily Positivity. In a world fed by negative news and accumulated pressures, positive energy becomes a rare piece that strengthens your environment and enlivens your conversations. In this chapter, we learn how to plant the seeds of optimism daily so that hearts receive and cherish them like a beautiful memory. Start your morning with one phrase of gratitude. It could be thanks for the clear weather or a friendly message you received. Then share it with one person who never expected this from you. Next, make the habit of spontaneous praise a companion to your daily accountability. Talk to 2 colleagues or friends about their small achievements during the day and sincerely and specifically highlight them. Don't forget to distribute smiles in real and virtual encounters and kind gestures in emails or chats. They have an effect that transcends words. Through these simple practices, you create a continuous positive impact that makes your rare piece a source of joy and warmth in the lives of others. Chapter 15. Investing free time for creativity and renewal. Moments of free time are golden opportunities to unleash your inner self and imagination, but they can be lost in routine uses or superficial distractions. In this chapter, you explore ways to transform free time into stations for renewal and creativity. Allocate a portion of your weekly holiday to practice a new hobby or strengthen an existing skill. Have a notebook or digital application to record creative ideas that come to mind during these moments. Try adopting the habit of focused reading. Read one chapter of a book outside your professional field, then spend 3 minutes jotting down the ideas you benefited from. Also, use the meditative walking technique. Walk a short distance, directing your attention to the sounds and scents around you. This generates sparks of solutions in your mind that might revitalize your project or your relationship with others. Through these regular practices, you transform your free time from waste to a growing creative asset over time.
Chapter 16. Utilizing technology to serve your goals. Don't neglect the fact that technology, which often distracts us, can become an active force if you use it wisely to serve your ambitions. In this chapter, you learn how to choose digital tools that enhance your productivity and support your impactful communication. Start with task organization applications. Try Trello or Notion to create boards for your daily goals and tasks with automatic reminder features to ensure you don't forget any deadline or meeting. Then explore focus applications like Forest or Focus at Will, which help you enforce the Pomodoro technique through customized sounds or the motivational growth of virtual trees as you focus without interruption. For communication, leverage audio and visual broadcasting platforms to organize short meetings with your network, such as virtual web meetings or recorded podcast episodes where you publish your insights. Finally, invest in AI to summarize long articles or draft quick professional messages, gaining extra time that elevates your impact and makes your rare piece more prominent in a world where everything is accelerating. Chapter 17. The boldness to break away from the herd. When everyone adheres to similar standards, the rare pieces emerge, those who dare to separate and think independently. This isn't about difference for difference's sake, but about following a path aligned with your essence and values, even if it seems unfamiliar. In this chapter, you see examples of pioneers who refuse to replicate common methods in their fields. Examples range from those who chose to develop a small product away from marketing noise to those who invented a simplified business model serving a previously marginalized segment of the market. In every case, separating from what others were doing was not an intellectual luxury, but a strategic decision based on awareness of a genuine competitive advantage. You learn 3 key principles for the boldness to break away from the herd. Knowing your boundary. Define the areas you excel in and have a deep passion for. They are your safe ground for unique ideas. Rapid testing.
Try a miniature version of your product or service without a huge investment to see the real reaction without excessive risk. Adhering to core value. Don't let competitive pressures or critical voices shake your conviction in the value of what you offer. Instead, make this conviction the fuel for continuity and creativity. Under these conditions, leaving the herd transforms from a risky adventure into a path that paves the way for a unique presence in the market and in the hearts of those around you. Chapter 18. Managing Change with Optimism and Openness. Change is best handled not with panic or resistance, but with openness and optimism. In this chapter, your ability to deal with life and career transitions matures, allowing you to see the opportunities inherent within change. The author starts with a story of an organization that struggled with declining demand for its traditional product. Instead of resisting reality, it launched an innovation division where every new project was coupled with a study of the market and its future needs. Thus, the challenge of extinction turned into a launch for digital products that attracted new segments. The chapter then presents the change management map. Daily monitoring. Observe the nature of the shifts around you so you anticipate trends rather than chase them. Repeated experimentation. Formulate small hypotheses about how to respond to change, test them in reality, and gather observations. Quiet adaptation. Adjust your strategy flexibly while maintaining the constants of your values and the core of your message. You will appear like your rare piece that responds without retreating. By mastering this map, change becomes a sustainable companion that pushes you to transform, not an obstacle that dampens the rare resolve within you. Chapter 19. The Integration of Trait and Skill. The greatest rarity in a person stems from the continuous integration between their core traits and their acquired skills. In this chapter, you test the coherence between your personal values and the skills you're developing, ensuring a true superiority that is not limited to one aspect. The author starts by inviting you to reflect on your list of core values defined in the earlier chapters. Then, he suggests placing next to them 3 practical skills you're developing, such as effective communication, project management, and design creativity. Create a coherence matrix that links each value with a skill, and rate, from 1 to 5, the extent to which each skill supports your value. Next, he invites you to an applied exercise. Choose a top value and a skill that is highly incongruent with it and create a mini project that combines them, such as building a workshop on honesty and innovation, or writing a blog about creativity within the framework of responsibility. This cross-cutting project shows others how you create a rare coherence between what you believe and what you do. The chapter concludes by affirming that those who excel at linking their internal beliefs with their practices shine like a spotlight in the darkness of competition, and your rare piece becomes a compass to guide others. Chapter 20. Entrenching Legacy and Sustainable Action. Here you reach the final chapter where the spotlight is cast on creating a lasting legacy that combines your personal achievements with your continuous impact on others. It is not enough to achieve one goal or project. You must set a map for sustainable action that expresses your values and serves your environment for generations to come. The chapter begins with an inspiring quote from the author. The rare piece is not content to shine once, but shines repeatedly through a legacy that does not fade. Mapping the legacy. Defining the main areas. Choose 3 dimensions through which you want people to know you. It might be the knowledge you transfer, the networks you establish, or the projects you innovate. Formulating long-term goals. Draft goals that extend 5 or 10 years, specifying what you want to achieve in each area and how your success will be measured. Establishing a support system. Build a team or community around you of individuals who share your vision and work to train and empower them so that your shared work continues even if individuals or circumstances change. Setting documentation mechanisms. Record your experiences and lessons in blogs, books, or video courses so that those who come after you can benefit and find in your experience the rare peace that motivates them to follow your path. Renewing vision and aspirations. Annual review. Make the end of every year an occasion to review your achievements and rephrase your goals to align with surrounding changes and the value you wish to add to the market or society. Celebrate small and great successes. Don't just wait for the great moment. Celebrate every small step that leads you toward the desired legacy, as every achievement pours into the reservoir of your personal legacy. In conclusion, the author invites you to apply the 1,000th day rule. Imagine yourself after 1,000 days having achieved your goals, then strive today for the first and 1,000th step toward that vision. We hope today's audiobook added value to your journey and left a positive mark on your thoughts. At MindBank Audio, our mission is to inspire, guide, and help you grow every day. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit subscribe and become part of the MindBank Audio family. Together, we'll keep building richer minds.